Hey you guys, namaste. This is me, Diana, and this is another of my pick a card readings. Okay, you know what? I just had the idea to create something new. Do you know these yes or no readings? Where you can ask any questions and then you choose a pile and the answer is either yes or no. So today, this is going to be a little bit similar, but then again, completely different because this is, first of all, a little bit more precise and in detail. And second of all, this is not only trying to give you a straight yes or no, because I mean, this is not how life is anyways, right? Life is not black or white. There are so many different shades and colors and names and everything. So here the reading is like that. You can choose between those three piles and you can take any situation that you have in mind, whether this is love or job related or about your health or a project or I don't know, any person that you have in mind. And these cards are telling you what is going to be the outcome. What is going to happen? Yeah, this is not so much trying to see how someone feels for you or stuff. It's really like, let's just say you have a specific situation when it comes to your job. Let's start with a job case here. And you want to know, where will I be with my job situation in 6 months from now? Okay? So if this is your situation, you choose any pile here, and I will tell you where you will be at in 6 months from now. It can be also 3 months or 3 weeks. It depends. You choose, okay? So any situation that there is for you, this is very personal. It's individual. It's different for everyone. This can be about love. It can be about a crush, a twin flame, your ex, your boyfriend. You can ask like, hey, where will I be with my twin flame in a year from now? Or let's just say the final outcome, okay? I mean, sometimes we are very much into timing, aren't we? I do have a lot of requests for readings, people asking me, hey, can you do a reading? When will I find the one? But you know, like I say it every time, there is no time when it comes to spirit. Spirit has no timing. Please, you guys, you have to know that. If you are into card readings, if you are into spirituality, if you are trying to make sense of your life and everything, you have to understand that there is no such thing as timing. And this is why I'm not going to do a reading like that. I can't tell you when you will meet the one. I simply can't. I mean, if I would, I think I would be a millionaire, wouldn't I? I mean, honestly, right? I can't. No one can. Some people, maybe they are saying that they can see times and stuff like that. And I'm not saying that these are bad people. They have malicious intentions or stuff like that. But I would always be very, very cautious about timing, okay? Just saying. Trigger warning. Don't you take things too personal here. Try to be objective. I'm just trying to help you, okay? I'm offering my service. This is all for free. I'm not charging you. You don't have to subscribe. You don't have to purchase personal readings. This is something free. It's just for you here. My service, my gift, my talent, trying to help you, okay? So don't you be pissed with whatever I'm saying. Don't you create any kind of drama around it, okay? So I hope you could understand the meaning of this reading. This is about your specific situation, any situation, and what is going to be the final outcome, right? You can put in a timing if you have to. So 1, 2, 3. Got that? Choose. If you need a little bit longer, feel free to push the pause button. And you will find the timestamps down below in the description box, as always. Okay, let's get started, you guys. Pile number 1. Your personal situation, whatever this is about, what is going to be the most likely final outcome? The snake, the moon, and the lilies. Let's just put these other cards, these other two piles away for a while. Excuse the bad lighting. I hope you still can see. It's quite late already when I'm recording this message here. So this is why the lighting is probably not so good. Okay, anyways, this situation speaks about healing. It speaks about intuition and attraction, being driven. I feel like the most likely outcome in your situation is going to be positive. So whether this is about job or love, the most likely outcome in your case, in your situation, is going to be something positive, something that you will feel good about. This speaks about healing here, okay? I do see a peaceful resolution. You can call it reconciliation as well, if you want to. And I feel like you will get back in touch with yourself and with others as well, I'm hearing. Okay, this is an intuitive message. I'm not reading the cards by the book. I'm an intuitive reader, okay? So don't you get confused about that. We have the offended card here in reversed, right? This card speaks about feeling rejected, feeling isolated, feeling left out in the cold, feeling like you have to do and manage everything all by yourself and there's no one there to help you, to guide you, to support you. But since the card came out in reverse, I feel, and also with the snake and the moon and the lilies, which are at least these two cards, I mean, are very positive. The snake card as well is a good card. I'm always saying that when this card comes out, I don't know whether you know, but in Germany, all the pharmacies, they do have a special sign, right? It's a cross. Of course, I think all the pharmacies do have a cross in their sign, but in Germany, there's a snake around the cross. So snake is representing healing. Do you know, like a snake is shredding their skin, getting rid of old skin, you know, like growing out of something that's not suiting you anymore, right? It's literally growing out of everything that's too tight, that's not fitting anymore, right? Eventually, it happens that we are growing out of a situation. We are, an old situation is not fitting anymore. This happens. This can be when two people decide to get divorced. They simply, you know, like they grew apart, as they always like to say. And it's literally, this is what happens. There's nothing bad about the woman. It's nothing bad about the man, you know, but simply they grew apart. They are getting rid of the old skin. And this is why in Germany, the pharmacies have a snake in their sign, you know. So, and this is why I'm saying, and I'm reading the card as good and as positive and as peaceful energy and resolution and completion, you know, like something old is dying in order so something new can appear. And yeah, I wanted to say something about the offended card here as well. Speaking about decisions, number 5 is always, you know, like decisions have to be made, choices, and yeah, finally, the feeling that you're not good enough, you're not popular enough, skinny enough, young enough, precious enough, you know, like all these feelings full of criticism and stuff, negativity, they will disappear. They will eventually disappear. You will finally reach for the stars and you will get back on track, right? The moon speaks about feminine energy, right? The mystic. The mysterious of life and miracles. I'm hearing miracles are about to come in. And this is something good. I mean, I do not want to over-exaggerate here, promising you, I don't know, you will win $1 million in the lottery. But still, I do see that your situation, the most likely outcome, the prediction for the future, what can you expect? What should you prepare yourself for is healing. This is something positive, okay? You don't have to be afraid. And I feel that for the majority of you, this is something about job and finances, okay? So we have your final oracle card is finances and career. So I feel that if you have a project, maybe you just started a project, or maybe you are, I don't know, you just started in a new company, you know, And now you are wondering, hey, will I be happy? Will I find the right colleagues and stuff like that? Or maybe you are thinking about being self-employed. I don't know. The cards are telling you, yes, go for it. You will be happy. You will find the right people. Finances are good. This is going to be a booster for your career. This is an opportunity. This speaks about chances, okay? And a lot of attraction. The lilies is speaking about attraction and a magnetism that's working. Magic, miracles, once again, healing. Okay, so maybe this is for a crush. Maybe you are like, okay, finances and career. I was actually asking about a crush and how this is going to unfold. But still, I'm feeling this is going into a good direction. Okay? Yeah, this is going into a good direction for you. Either with or without this person. By the way, just saying, because I mean, you never know. And I'm saying that just because every time, I said it with another reading as well, and probably you choose exactly that pile where I was saying that, what I'm about to say now. But just in case, if you haven't, maybe you're new to my channel, every time when someone appears and we feel affected by this situation and by this relationship and this person, you know, like we have to think about them. Every single day we come to card readings in order to find out where we are with this person and whatnot. This person came in for a reason. And this is not always mutual. I'm not saying that every time you fall in love with someone, this person is falling in love with you too. This is unfortunately definitely not always the case, but it happens for a reason for you. Focus on yourself. Yes, I know you want to know how they see you and what they think about you and what are their intentions and stuff. But first and foremost, we have to learn to focus on ourselves again and to understand that there is probably a lesson hidden in the situation that's meant only for you and you alone. And you have to pass a lesson here. Right? You have to learn something. You have to understand something. And this is not always, once again, mutual. Sometimes, yes, sometimes we are mirroring each other. And sometimes they feel it too. You know, like the feeling is on both sides. Attraction, romantic feelings and whatnot. But not always. We have to be realistic here. Especially we in the spiritual world. We do believe a lot of stuff, right? But that doesn't mean that everything that we believe is true. And this is also another thing that I'm always saying, you know, like oftentimes in the beginning of a reading, the reader says, take only what resonates. But the problem is, how can you know what resonates? How can you know what resonates? You don't know. Maybe you wish for something. Maybe you want them to be the one and you want the reading to be true, but still, and I'm speaking here out of my own experience, I have to say, it doesn't always have to be true. This is not a personal reading. Please have that in mind. This is a general reading. It may not apply to everyone, okay? But coming back to this pile number one energy, the outcome of your situation, wherever you're at, whatever you were asking for, is positive, okay? If this would be a yes or no reading, this would be a yes. The universe is saying, hey, okay, the road is clear. Go ahead, move forward, do it. Do no longer hesitate and think about stuff, do it. You don't have anything bad to be afraid of, okay? There are no warning signals and dangers in this situation. Maybe this is going to comfy you and to give you a little bit, a little push into the right direction, so to say, okay? Knowing that there's nothing that you have to be afraid of. Let's speak about pile number two people now. Let's move on to those who choose pile number two. So the most likely outcome in your personal situation, what is this going to be? What can you expect? The Joker, 5 of Cups, the Emperor, all in reverse, by the way, and clarified by, also in reverse, by the way, transition. Yeah, so what you can expect in your situation is change, pile number 2. You are in between the worlds right now. You are about, this is the birth situation. This is a process of birth, okay, delivery. This is not a yes or no reading, but even if it would be, I couldn't give you a straight yes or a no. This spread is speaking about new beginnings for sure. Open up to something new, something that you don't know yet, something that you can't see now. You are coming out of a breakup, like you probably left something behind. You left with one eye crying and one eye laughing, if you know what I mean. This is a typical German quote we like to use, like if someone has to leave. And this is not an easy decision, like we always say, but still they are looking somehow forward into what's coming, into the future. We always like to say, okay, I'm leaving with one eye crying and one eye laughing. Yeah. And this is exactly what's going on here. This is transition, transformation. You are in between worlds. Yeah, you are about to change. There's a lot of change coming. This can speak about moving, like from one location to the other, changing companies, changing your profession, your job situation, like quitting your old job, finding something new. This can speak for sure about a breakup. Maybe you're like, okay, I just met a guy, I just met a girl, and how is this going to unfold? Will I be with this person in a year from now still? Or is this just something short time, like something like an extended one night stand, or just, like an idea in my head? Universe is saying, hey, the situation is in the middle of processing. You can't predict the outcome yet. It's too early. And this is what I said in the beginning. Life is like that. There's not always a straight yes or no. There are so many shades and different colors. Sometimes you can't say straightforward, okay, right in the face, this is a yes or a no. You simply can't. We would love to have this security, We would sometimes love to have the answer before we make decisions and before we commit and before we develop serious feelings for someone, don't we? You know what I mean? Before you really seriously fall in love, you rather want to know, hey, is it worth it? Is it worth waiting for? Am I safe? Is this going to be something committed, something long-term? But Spirit is reminding you here that this is not how it goes. This is not how life works. Sometimes you have to risk something. Sometimes you have to fall in love, like with everything that you have, without knowing whether they like you or not. Do you know what I mean? So, and this is just, like Spirit remembering you that, hey, take a risk, leave something behind. You can be brave, be excuse me, be courageous, so to say. Your clarification card here, and I like this card, is the wedding card. Once again, speaking about commitment, contracts, to fix something, like signing something with your name, committing, making it for real, making it for sure, like being serious about stuff, looking, like making plans, committing to something. Maybe someone is going to offer you something and you're like, okay, I don't know. Should I do it? Shouldn't I do it? Where am I at? What's going to happen? Is this safe? Do it. Commit. Just do it. Sign up the contract. Be brave. Give it a try. Take a risk. Sometimes we have to do it. I mean, the Joker is telling us about, hey, be a little bit more adventurous, spontaneous, believe, have faith. Believe that at the end of the day, everything is turning out in the best so ever way, and the universe has your back, so to say. Sometimes it doesn't, like the quote when we say like, hey, do you know what? You don't always get what you want. but you always get what you need. And there's a little bit of this energy in this reading here as well. You know, like, hey, if you take the risk, if you commit, if you dare to sign the contract, if you dare to move, you know, leave your country, go to a foreign, I don't know, continent, so to say, you know, like, if you dare to move forward, let me put it that way. The bottom line is, if you dare to change, you will find commitment, and this is going to be good for you. I'm not trying, don't you get me wrong here, I am not trying to read every card in a good way. If I would see dangers and red flags, I would definitely tell you, okay? The question is not whether or not these cards are positive or negative. The question here, pile number 2, is if you dare. I see change here. I see change, and I see that, yes, you have to leave something behind. Maybe this is causing pain and grief and regret, but cards are promising you that you will find something better. But in order to find something better, first of all, you have to go, and that's the problem. The problem is not finding something better. That sounds promising, doesn't it? Finding something better sounds great. Yeah, I'm in it. Where do I have to sign, right? But it comes with a price tag. Finding something better comes with a price tag. Before universe is open up doors for you, first you have to leave something old. You have to leave, you have to move on, you have to change. And this requires courage and courage. It requires courage. You have to be brave. Do you dare? Do you? I mean, if you don't, maybe, okay, you're not there yet. This is not an accusation. This is not the universe trying to push you, you know, like into a direction and you're not really ready yet, because that wouldn't be really helpful, right? Just remember someone who just started. I mean, let me say it like this. Let me just give you a little example here. You know that I'm a flight attendant, right? I'm a flight attendant. Yes, I'm also a card reader and a spiritual guide and a yoga teacher, but I am a flight attendant. I work for a very big and popular airline. So, and let's just say, this is just an example, okay? Someone starts to work in my company, and right after 1 year, they would get promoted and they would become purser. A purser, if you haven't heard this expression, this is a typical airline expression, is the responsible flight attendant. And just remember, this 20-year-old girl or boy would directly become the responsible flight attendant on a Airbus 380 with more than 500 passengers and 2 decks, and there's a cockpit, and there are like 21 flight attendants, you know, like coming to them, you know, like just imagine this Airbus 380 full house situation on a long distance flight from Frankfurt to, let's say, Shanghai, more than 12 hours. And there's this 20-year-old girl who just started a year ago being the responsible flight attendant. Wouldn't that make sense? No, not really, right? And this is what I'm saying. The universe and life in itself, there are some structures and there are reasons why we are where we are, right? You are not supposed to be purser when you are just, you know, like at the beginning stages. You are supposed to make experiences. You are supposed to learn. It's learning by doing, right? Maybe eventually after like 10 years, 15 years, you can dare to apply as a purser, as the responsible flight attendant. But please don't you do that too soon, because if you do, you're not helping neither you, yourself, nor everything else, by the way, because I think all the flight attendants, they wouldn't be so satisfied by your work. right? They would be like, okay, what is this 20-year-old chicken trying to tell me here? You know? So, maybe you have to let go of ideas. Maybe you think like, hey, I'm ready now to move on. I'm ready now for commitment. I'm ready to be head off, ... Or I'm ready for marriage. I'm ready for getting pregnant. But universe is telling you, hey, step by step, okay? Actually, right now, there's change in progress. And I feel like the outcome is something completely else than you think it is going to be, if that makes sense. Let me just repeat it. Probably my English was a little bit weird here, but still, like you think that, hey, I have the feeling that it's going to be like this or that, but Spirit is telling you, it's going to be completely different, okay? This is why we have the transformation card. The whole situation where you're in will turn around. It will be in a year from now, you will be at a completely different stage. Okay? So, this is it. Moving on, pile number 3. Pile number 3. What is the most likely final outcome in your personal situation? This can be either about love, a crush, an ex. This can be about your love situation in general, like maybe you are single, you don't have anyone specific in mind, and you're just curious about, hey, I wonder, will I meet someone within the next 3 months, so to say, right? It's all up to you, okay? You decide the timing. You decide completely what the question is, right? This is your individual reading. This is how it works. And we will just see what is your most likely outcome. Wow. Big fortune. Wow. This is speaking about success in love. So 2 major cards here. Big fortune plus success in love. So I think from the majority of you, this is about love. And this is the good man. Clarified by Fatum. Yeah, fate. I feel like, what should I tell you? I feel like you will fall in love. Maybe it's exactly the way I was just saying it. Maybe you are single. Maybe you are currently available looking for someone. You don't have anyone specific in mind. Maybe yes, you do, but anyways, like you're still open. You are still willing to open up yourself for whatever universe has in store for you, right? And I feel like, yeah, you will find someone. There is love waiting for you. Maybe it's not visible yet. Yeah, maybe you are already waiting for quite a long time. Maybe you are a little bit disappointed, you lost hope and whatnot. But I do see that there is someone coming. Yeah, there is someone coming. And this comes with, this is a fated situation, right? This speaks about destiny and karma. This is meant to be. You will find the one, so to say. Let's get it as it is, right? I'm not going to beat around the bush here and because just take it as it is. Sometimes a spread can be very on point and straightforward. And this is a yes. Even if this is not about love, maybe this is not about love at all for you. Maybe you're like, hey, I just started a project, I'm thinking about to write a book or something, or you are a singer and now you are thinking about whether you should send a demo to, a publishing company, any kind of producer or whatnot. Or maybe you are thinking about, hey, I just started a new job and I wonder, will I be happy here? And this is a straight yes. It couldn't be more of a yes as it is here, if you know what I mean. This is the place to be for you, okay? Yeah. It's just like that. And I feel like you healed a lot. Just additionally information for you who choose pile number 3. You healed a lot. You were dealing with shit. Yeah, you've been through a lot, but you also healed a lot. You were constantly working on yourself. You are a very reflective person, you know, like you think about stuff. You always, you are always trying to get better and better. You are not just sitting on the couch waiting for someone to rescue you. This is not who you are. You are a goal-getter. You are fiery. You have passion. You know what you want. You have visions. You have dreams. And I'm not saying that every single dream is going to fulfill, plus you will win $1 million in the lottery. Okay, this would be a little bit too extreme and yeah, I don't know, you know, like unrealistic, but I feel like success is coming. Success is coming your way. If you have ideas, if you have dreams, if you have visions, if you want something, if you are waiting for something to happen, the universe is telling you, yes, it will happen. It will happen. Keep on with your good work. Don't you push the pause button now. Okay. Do not slow down now, because, your fate and your happiness is just around the corner. Okay, so if you think like, hey, you know what, but I have no power anymore, maybe my battery is low, I gave so much in the past and now I need a miracle, I need something good to happen, but this is it. This is something good. This reading is that you have been waiting for. This is the uplifting energies that you do need. This is to charge your batteries and to keep you motivated, to uplift you, okay? So if you think like, hey, I can't see anything positive, and this is why you are maybe a little bit afraid that you are on a wrong track, but I tell you, no, you're not on the wrong track. Not at all. These are so many good cards. I mean, you see it yourself. Success and love, big fortune, the good man, the fate card, right? Speaking about destiny, divine timing, it's worth waiting for whatever universe has in store for you. This is a yes. This is a positive outcome. Where will you be in the future with your specific situation, the question that you had coming to this reading? You will be in a way better place, or if you are already happy, yeah, let's say like next week you are about to marry, I can tell you this is going to be a beautiful marriage. You will be happy. You will probably be pregnant in a year from now, okay? It's only good things are waiting for you. And I think you deserved it. You earned it. You did a lot in order to achieve this fortune and this success. And now it's there. It's right around the corner. So don't you stop believing in yourself, okay? Keep on attracting good stuff. Meditate, do yoga, treat yourself in a good way, treat others the way you want to be treated as well, I'm hearing, okay? And this is how universe and karma and spirit pays back to you, because you are a good person, and now universe is seeing that, it's acknowledging it, and they are now starting to pay back to you, okay? So this is, you know, like you earn what you how you say it. You are harvesting now, okay? These cards are speaking about a good harvest. You know, this is the fruit of your effort. You did a lot, you worked on yourself. Everything that I just said, I'm kind of repeating myself here, just in order to make this so you know, like accessible to you, the message, because it's a beautiful message. I really want you to understand it. It's a positive message. It's an uplifting message. If you lost hope, if you think like, okay, I can't wait anymore, I feel stuck, it's not moving into the direction that I thought it would move to, I will tell you, wait a little longer, because it's going to be exactly what you want, maybe even more. So let me just finish by saying, even if what you thought would be good for you is not coming, something even better is about to appear, right? Something even better is about to appear. And I know it can be a little bit tough to accept that, especially when it comes to love, especially if you have someone in mind and you think like, hey, this must be the one. I'm convinced that this is my soulmate and I want this person and no one else, and I'm not going to compromise here. And now I'm coming here and saying you, hey, you know what? Maybe it's not this person. Maybe someone else is waiting, someone who's even better. But okay, just take it, okay? Just let it sink in. And we will see who's right and wrong, okay? We will see, just saying. You can, I mean, I said it before, you can believe whatever you want to believe, but what you believe does not necessarily has to be the truth, right? Maybe you can be convinced about that someone is the one for you, but probably universe is saying, I have something better for you. So just open yourself up to whatever wants to come, okay? Be accessible, be receptive, I should tell you. The most likely outcome is something beautiful for you. It's kind of a miracle, something very, very possible. It is all that you have been asking for. Whether this is about job or love, health, friendship, whatever. It's success, and it's something where you can finally exhale. You know, like you will be like, finally. This is how you will feel. Okay? So once again, this is a yes. If your question was kind of, you know, like yes or no, will I ever find the one? Will I ever get married? Will I ever get pregnant? Yes. Yes, you will. Okay, so this is it. I hope you like this kind of reading. Remember, whenever you have suggestions for me for readings that you want me to do, there is no timing. Okay, so I am not going to do any readings that are related to timing. Okay, I will not do that. I'm sorry, but universe has no time and it simply makes no sense to do that kind of reading. Okay, so please just keep that in mind. And otherwise, I'm very open for ideas and suggestions, okay? So this is it, you guys. Hope you liked it. Namaste.